Another day, another Doctor. Who was the 5th Doctor in my countdown of my favourite to most favourite Doctors in Doctor Who? Remember, my opinion ain't wrong, neither's yours, we're alright, we all love the character, and here I go again with a choice that's probably going to upset a lot of people, because it ain't my top 3. My 5th favourite Doctor is the 10th Doctor. I can feel the criticism coming on. David Tennant. David Tennant is, quite frankly, possibly the most... He's rock star Doctor. I mean, I wasn't there to witness the popularity of Doctor Who in the 60s and 70s and 80s. I wasn't, well, 60s and 70s. I wasn't there to bask in it myself, because obviously I wasn't born until 91, but David Tennant is the closest I have seen to someone from the show basically being treated like a god. He really, really hit the public hard, and everyone fell hard in love for him. When he arrived at the very end of Parting of the Ways, it was just like, who's this guy? And I had seen, when that episode went out, I had seen Casanova on BBC Three, an excellent Russell T Davies drama, 3-part drama with Peter O'Toole and David Tennant, and it's really, really good. And the moment I saw his face, because I think I'd read that he was replacing Chris Eccleston, but then I saw his face, and I went, oh, that guy! Yeah, this is going to be fun. He's got it in spades. He's got the eccentricity. He's got the young, heroic, dashing personality. He's quite clearly a little bit screw loose, but is also very grounded in his beliefs. His moral compass is firmly planted in the right direction. He regrets horrible things in his past and seeks to fix the universe, unlike his prior incarnation, who sort of stayed away from trouble. But at the same time, he's an egotist. This Doctor is very unliked by a lot of hardcore fans of the original run of the show, as far as I can see online, because people are always just a spoiled brat, and bashing around and doing catchphrases and exaggerating, wow, and all that stuff. And it's like, hey, guess what? Every Doctor has something like that going on. Every single portrayal has something that's a little bit off. Some have more gravitas than others, and I will admit, as the 10th Doctor's era goes on, he does become a little bit of a caricature of himself. But working on my 9 is 10 podcast, again, I will link down below, and I'm sure it'll be in the suggestions over here somewhere. Cavan Scott, who's the current author of the 9th Doctor comic books for Titan Comics, illustrated the point to me when we did our Empty Child Doctor Dances 2-parter commentaries, that the 10th Doctor is a gift to Rose. Specifically, a space boyfriend. Now, a lot of people hate Series 2 as well, because they're like, oh, they're really gushy with each other. A lot of people love Series 2 for the same reason. The reason why it's like that is so it's more heartbreaking when they're broken apart, because Rose Tyler was our main character at that point. She had been for 2 series. But the 10th Doctor is a reaction to Rose fancying Jack. I was like, what do you mean? And he basically said, think about it, like, cool hair, big coat, sci-fi gimmicks and gadgety. She wants him to be more Spock. Suddenly he's making Ghostbuster bagpipes. I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Like, it's, oh yeah, you're right. He's got her estuary accent. Her London accent. And then he's lost when she's gone. The 10th Doctor becomes self-obsessed and a bit selfish and doesn't realise what he's taking Martha through. That he's putting her through, like, utter nonsense, and then, like, asking so much of her, and she does it because she's a good person. But even she's like, I can't stay with you. This is bad. He realises his mistakes. He gets with a mate. You want to mate with Donna, which, again, one of the best team-ups ever on screen. And that unfortunately doesn't work out. He would have been salvaged. He would have become a selfless hero once again entirely by that point, but doesn't work out with Donna. And he's left to his own devices. And he starts to self-absorb one more time. Becomes the Time Lord triumphant and all this stuff. And then at the end, when he's going to die, he's fighting back against, you know, like the inevitable. And it's really sort of, oh, this is unpleasant. And he talks about regeneration as, you know, like, I know I changed, but I'm dead, and another man goes sauntering off. A lot of people hate that idea. I like that idea because that's what the 10th Doctor believes. I don't deny for a second that the personalities, when they die, they're sort of gone to a degree, but it is still the same man. But the 10th Doctor was selfish. And that's what makes him different. He's not a pure hero. He thinks he is, and he's trying to be, but he's a flawed person, and that's fine. Because Tennant makes him very likeable despite all of that. And I think that's why I enjoy watching him. Also, a lot of his run is some of the heyday of Doctor Who for me, some of when it was at its strongest publicly as well. Like you talk to a stranger about it, a stranger would overhear you talking about it, and they'd join in the conversation because everyone was watching it. It was so much fun to take part in. Stories that I would pick. I have a soft spot for goofy stuff like The Idiot's Lantern. Really like Human Nature and the Family of Blood. All of his series openers are usually quite light but very fun. Really like Waters of Mars and Midnight. I know he's not in it much, but Turn Left. Just the 10th Doctor's era, man. Really, really, really good. David Tennant, quite rightfully regarded as a bit of a rock star in the world of Doctor Who because he was a big reason for its resurgence and its staying in the public consciousness for so long after its reboot. So hats off to him. He's only the 5th on my list though. So what are your thoughts? Do you love the 10th Doctor? Are you one of the people that absolutely worships at the feet, the Converse-clad feet of the 10th Doctor, barefoot on the moon? If you are, let me know down below what are your favourite 10th Doctor stories. Please don't crucify me, and I'll see you tomorrow for my 4th place Doctor. Ta-ra.